I'm Amy from Sewalicious and welcome to today's sew along on the Tropicana Kaftan or blouse. I'm actually wearing one now. This is long enough to be a kaftan. It would look great on the beach. I'm actually wearing it as a blouse today. And today I'm going to be making up another blouse style just so that I can wear it through the winter. And I'm going to be using this gorgeous georgette from our site.
So let's get started. You'll have chosen your fabric. You'll have cut it into a rectangle of single thickness and you'll have gathered all the various equipment so that it's to hand. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to neaten the edges of the fabric that's going to make up your garment. So we're going to neaten the edges by machine stitching all the way around by either overlocking or using a zigzag stitch. I'm going to use a zigzag stitch because I know that there'll be lots of people who don't have an overlocker. So I'm now going to set my machine at the zigzag stitch. You can see this here and it's letter C. So I'm just going to turn the dial to letter C. And then I'm going to reduce the length of the stitch to around 2. If you do want to use an overlocker to neaten the edge, you'll need to turn the edges in by 0.5 centimetres and straight stitch them in place all the way around. This finish is particularly recommended if you want to wear the garment as a blouse. When using a zigzag stitch, you want to place the fabric almost directly in the centre of the presser foot. What you'll find is that the edges will curl a little, but this is fine as the zigzag stitch will hold it in place and it gives it a nice firm finish. We're now going to cut the neckline, and to do this we're going to cut a circle for the head in the centre of the fabric. So fold your rectangle in half across the width and then fold it again in half lengthways. This will give you 4 layers of fabric, 2 folds at the top of your rectangle and 1 fold down the length of your rectangle. You are now ready to cut the neckline. With the 2 widthways folds at the top, measure 10 centimetres across from the top folds from where the lengthways and widthways folds meet and mark it with a pin. Be sure to pin through all layers of the fabric. Then measure down the lengthways fold 10 centimetres and again mark it with a pin. Be sure to pin through all layers of the fabric. Now measure 10 centimetres at a 45 degrees angle from the top corner and again mark with a pin. And again, make sure the pin goes through all layers of the fabric. Using a fabric pen or tailor's chalk, as I'm doing here, draw a curve using the 3 pins as marker guides to join them up. This will form your neckline. After you've drawn the curved line, move the pins down or out the way so that you can cut along the line but still hold the fabric in place. Cut around the line you have drawn, and you will now have a circular shape big enough for your head to go through. If you wish to make the shape bigger, refold your fabric as in step 3 and cut your curve bigger, 0.5 centimetres at a time, until you achieve the size you require for your head. You are now ready to finish your neckline. So open the fabric back out and using your overlocker or the zigzag stitch, machine stitch all around the neck edge. You can use this finish to complete the neckline as I'm doing here if you wish, or working with the wrong side of the fabric facing you, turn the neatened edge in 1 centimetre, pin, tack and straight stitch on the bottom edge of the turning. Don't worry if the 1 centimetre becomes narrow in places, as long as it's turned in all the way around it's fine. This will give you a neater finish. We're now moving into the final stages of making the kaftan or blouse, and we're going to be doing side seams. So fold the kaftan in half across the width with the neck edge at the top. The wrong sides of the fabric should be facing each other on the inside, and you should have the right side of the fabric facing you. To form the start of the armholes, measure 20 centimetres down from the top, which are the shoulders, and 10 centimetres in from the side. This measurement can be more if you wish, depending on your desired fit and sizing. Pin through both layers of fabric to mark that measurement. To form the side seams and create the armhole, continue with the same measurement in from the sides, that's 10 centimetres, and measure down 20 centimetres. Again, use a pin to make that mark. Pin, tack and straight stitch on your tacking line. So remember to move your machine settings to a straight stitch. There will now be a stitching line of 20 centimetres, which will have created an armhole and a side seam. Remember to start and finish this row of stitching with a reverse stitch for about 2 to 3 stitches. This will prevent the seam coming undone. Repeat this on the other side. Congratulations! You've now finished your kaftan or blouse. I'm absolutely thrilled with mine. Here it is in the long kaftan version. And I've also shortened it into a blouse option. Enjoy!